Hey everybody, it's Miss A and I'm here with a recap video for our class today. We had a lot of kids out, so I wanted to get this up there so that way you know what's going on. So we are working with money on this lesson, and here is our learning target. It says we can use the 4 operations to solve problems involving money. So we did have, and we had the conversation about why this is so important, and we talked about we are working with money. And money is super important because you need to be able to figure out how much you're owed if for working for a job, how much you have to pay. You want to make sure that you can always be able to figure out your change that is due so that way you don't lose out on some money that is owed to you. So we did have an engage problem, and our engage problem involved, and so I'll go ahead and write this here. It said that Miss Baldwin bought 3, and I'll just do my text coding here. So Miss Baldwin bought 3 bottles of Coke for $1.50 each. She paid with a $10 bill. And what they're asking is, what is her change? What is the change? So there are a couple of ways that we can solve this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the manipulatives. So I want to go ahead and move this out of the way and use my little orange background here. So we start off with Miss Baldwin paying with $10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And everybody got a set of manipulatives, and you will have to cut them out, so that will need to be done. And then put it in a zippy bag so we have it in case we need it. So Miss Baldwin paid with $10. Now what we're going to do is we are going to subtract out our bottles of soda. So here's my $10, and each bottle's $1.50, so I'm going to take out $1, and I need 50 cents. So I'm going to have to exchange this dollar for 4 quarters. So it's like the bank gave me 4 quarters for my dollar that I had. So I'm going to put that dollar back. All right. And so I can take out the 50 cents. So here is 1 bottle of soda out here that's been subtracted. Now I'm going to subtract out a second bottle of soda. So that's $1.50. 1 and 50 cents. So that's 2 bottles of soda. Now I need to do a third bottle of soda, which is the 3 that she bought. So that's $1. And I'm going to have to exchange at the bank this dollar for 4 quarters. Put that back in the bank. And then my $1.50. So this is how much her product costs. This is what her change is. So $1, $2, $3, $4, $5.50. So the how much change will she get would be, let me move this out of the way. Lost my pen. Would be $5.50 would be her change. And the cost of the product would be, so I'm going to take this and put my quarters together. All right. So here's $3. 25, 50, 75, $4, $4.50. So the product costs $4.50, and our change is $5.50. So now we're going to look at this in terms of just mathematics, computation, so no manipulatives. Let me get my manipulatives out of the way here. Find my purple pen that I like. Here we go. All right, so first things first is we have to determine the cost of the soda. So it's $1.50 times 3, which is the same thing as saying, and you can, don't worry about the decimal point. You can do 100 times 3. That's like if the decimal point didn't exist. And 50 times 3. So this is 300. Plus, and this is 150, so 300 plus 150 equals 450, and there are 2 decimal points, so I start at the end and I go over 2 decimal points, $4.50. So now I have how much my product costs. Now I can subtract it from $10. And I have to make sure that I put my decimal points because they have to be lined up in the same place. And when you're adding and subtracting, you always line up your decimal points. 0 minus 0. 0 minus 5, can't do. I have to regroup. I have to borrow from here, and then I have to borrow from here. 10 minus 5 is 5. Your decimal point. 9 minus 4 is 5. 0 is 0. $5.50 is your change. So that's how we would solve it with manipulatives and computation. And so now there are a couple of papers that you need to have. So this was the practice, and you would be using your money to help you with this or computation. You have 2 practice problems. So Mrs. Baldwin has $14. She wants to share it evenly amongst her 3 children. How much money will each child get? Is there any leftovers? So we did this in class. And then the second one, Destiny makes extra money by babysitting. The family pays her $8.50 an hour. Last week, she worked 3 hours on Monday, 2 hours on Tuesday, and 7 hours on Saturday. How much money did she make? So this right here, this portion would be written on this page. So this is your engage piece, should be written here. Take and turn the page. Oh, that's it. You would have today's date. You would have your practice and your exit ticket, which are on the same page. Those would be glued in here, like this, as a fold-in. Take and turn it over. Wrong date here. Let me change that. That should be 29th. And then your homework for tonight is this page, which is from the iReady book. It's page 272. It's study the examples shown below and solve the problems about money. Then solve problems 1 through 7. So it is problems related to money. And then this would be glued in to your notebook like this. So this is today's assignment and notebook setup for math and money. Thank you.